So, the often overlooked way to look and feel younger, especially if you're a food lover over 50. So, I'm Jules Clancy, your favorite food loving food scientist. And here at Joyful Eating, I help food lovers lose weight with ease and joy so they look and feel great for their age. And so, today, I'm going to just share the story behind this episode, and then we're going to look at what is this often overlooked way to look younger and feel it too. And then we're going to look at, spoiler alert, why gut health helps you look and feel younger. And then we're going to talk a little bit about how to improve gut health. And then I've got an invitation for you. And if you want to stay on to the end, I'll share some personal stuff, my best bite that I've eaten this week. So basically, I've shared this on the podcast before, but I have a goal to live till I'm 122 and be happy, active, and healthy. And why 122 is because I think it's currently still the oldest person who's ever lived to 122. So I hold this goal loosely. It's a bit of a joke. I'm not completely set on it, but I'm always thinking about and always looking at and researching what is going to help me look and feel great as I age because I want to have that long, healthy life. So, this is a bit of an obsession of mine. So, let's look at what's the often overlooked thing. And so, we all know that getting your beauty sleep has a huge impact on how we age. Maintaining a healthy weight is definitely linked with healthy aging. Exercise, being an active person, hugely important. Having good social connections is important. And of course, the diet piece, eating well, we all know that's important. But I think the overlooked part is the mechanism behind eating well when we're actually looking at specifically eating well for a healthy gut microbiome. So, why is that the most important thing? So, basically, the more I delved into gut health research, and it's such a fascinating area of study, but it's really fascinating. Every single aspect of health is linked to gut microbiome. If you Google cardiovascular health and gut microbiome, weight, obesity and gut microbiome, everything, your mental health, it's all linked. And so having a healthy gut is important for all those aspects of health. So if we look specifically at helping us look younger, then and it makes sense that gut health is so important because it's the thing that really determines nutrient absorption. We can be eating really great quality food, all the protein and all the veggies, but if our gut isn't absorbing the nutrients properly, then it's whatever we're eating isn't getting into our cells where we need it. And also, by the same token, if we're eating things that aren't great for us and that's damaging our gut and causing that inflammation, then that also has that knock on effect on aging and how we look and feel. So, thinking about it from that mechanism perspective, of course, gut health is so important for everything. And if we look at specifically more about how we look as we age, so from a skin health perspective, there's actually research showing the link between gut health and the inflammation and oxidation in our skin and how that impacts the aging process. And there was actually a really interesting study where they got people to supplement with a probiotic, Lactobacillus plantarum, and the people who took that probiotic and had that improvement in their gut health actually had improved his skin hydration and more elasticity and reduced wrinkles. So there's actually research showing that there's a link between our skin health and our gut. And the hair health piece, the research isn't there, but it makes sense that if your gut is healthy, you're absorbing the nutrients that you need to keep your hair healthy and to reduce that pigmentation loss, so reduce graying. And also, we know that inflammation is linked to graying as well. So even though the research isn't there, the mechanism makes sense. So in terms of how we look, and also, I guess, from a muscle perspective, getting that protein into our muscles so that we look good from that perspective is key. And then also the weight, the link between gut and weight. When researchers have studied people with obesity, there's definitely an association between poor gut health and obesity. And also that when people do improve their gut health, that has a knock on effect on weight. And of course, it's not the only thing, but having a healthy gut microbiome is linked to better weight management. And that's to do with quite a few different factors. I won't go into them all here, but yeah, there is definitely a link there that determines how we look and also how we feel. And then in terms of the kind of mental health side of things, so we know that 90% of serotonin and about 50% of dopamine are produced in our gut. So if our gut isn't functioning optimally, we're not getting those important neurotransmitters. And so there's a huge link between depression and anxiety and other mental health problems and gut health. And so, of course, our mental health has a huge impact on how we feel as we age. And so that's really key. Immune system, like our immune function, is also impacted by our gut health. So 80% of our immune cells are in the gut, and having a healthy immune system helps us fight off diseases and helps us feel better as well. So we're spending less time feeling sick. And there's also a link between immune function and cancer as well. And then the other thing that, in terms of how we feel as we age, is the brain health piece, which is huge. And my dad has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So that's a huge thing. If I'm going to be happy, active, and healthy, I want to have my brain functioning optimally as well. And there is a link between when you have poor gut health, so you've got lower gut diversity, so less diversity of microbes in your gut, then that's been linked to shrinkage of the brain, and particularly key brain regions that are to do with memory and cognitive function. So there is a link there between brain health, gut health, and cognitive decline as well. So many factors at play. So, of course, when we think about it from that perspective, if we want to age well, having a healthy gut is really imperative. So, how do we improve our gut health so that we look and feel our best as we age? So, in terms of what I'm actually focusing, the number one strategy is to increase fiber. And if you're increasing fiber, it's also important to increase fluids. And so, increase liquid intake. And so the way that I'm doing that is, yes, I eat lots of vegetables, which is great from a fiber perspective, but my insurance policy is, and I started this about 12 months ago, is taking psyllium every day. So psyllium husk. And that is great because it's soluble fiber as well. And actually, I didn't mention cardiovascular health in terms of how we feel, but there's a link between gut health and cardiovascular health. And actually, since I've started my psyllium, my cholesterol level has gone down. So that's another nice side benefit. So anything that we do to improve gut health improves so many things. It's so worth doing this. But yeah, so having psyllium every day is a game changer. And so I'd really recommend, if there's one thing you take away from this, is to start looking at increasing your fiber. And you may be thinking, yeah, but I eat a lot of veggies, I'm probably getting a lot of fiber. But as we age, our fiber requirements increase significantly. And it's really hard to do that from eating vegetables. I eat a lot of vegetables, and I have found that adding the psyllium is just the best way to get that. And so you can either take psyllium as one of those drinks from Metamucil or Benefiber as one option. The way I take it is I just get the psyllium husks, I order them online, and then I mix them with macadamia milk and some spices, like a cinnamon kind of blend of different spices. And that has a nice gut health side benefit of increasing polyphenols, which also feeds the gut. And I just mix that up and let it sit for a few minutes, and it turns into kind of this thick pudding. And then I eat it, and I make sure I have lots of water when I'm doing it. And I do that every day. So start small, because if you increase your fiber too quickly, that can cause constipation. So we don't want that. But yeah, start with a teaspoon a day and then work your way up. I now take 2 tablespoons a day. And it's had a huge impact on, as I said, cholesterol, and also just keeping things regular. So I highly recommend the fiber and the fluids. And if you want to find out the other strategies that I'm using to improve my gut health so I look and feel my best as I age, then check out my new workshop on healthy eating habits for looking and feeling great for your age. So for more details about that, check out the link in the show notes. And before we wrap up, my best bite I had, so speaking of fiber and veggies, we had some friends over for dinner, and it's Brussels sprout season here. I love winter has so many good veggies. So I halved some Brussels sprouts and roasted them. And then I made a dressing, which I hadn't made for a really long time, an onion vinaigrette, where you simmer diced onions in extra virgin olive oil, which again, also good for gut health, because and the onions are great for gut health too. And the Brussels sprouts are as well. So yeah, just soften an onion in extra virgin olive oil and then mix in red wine vinegar with it. And the onions soak up the vinegar, and So I tossed that over the Brussels sprouts and then used some parsley just to get some freshness and some bacon that I'd crisped up and some roast pine nuts. And it was just that combination of all those flavors together. It was just the business. And what I'm excited about, I'm really excited about winter. It's interesting. It hasn't been super cold here, but I feel like I really come alive in winter. So yeah, that's it for this week. Hope you have a fantastic week experimenting with that fiber, and I'll hopefully get to see you if you feel called to, in the workshop. And yeah, I'll catch you next week. Okay, bye.